Hey guys, it's Kea again. I am back again with another video, and in today's video, as you can see from the title, I'll be doing another Kea Talks video. Ever since I did my last Kea Talks video, it was back in April and May. You guys have not been letting me breathe. You guys, especially on my Instagram, you guys are like, okay sis, when are you bringing back Kea Talks? So I finally decided to give the people what they want, and in today's video I'll be talking about the importance of solitude and self-love. I'll be sharing a bit of my experiences and talking about how important it is to embark on this journey of self-love and also enjoying your solitude. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and then let's get started. Okay guys, so when I first started thinking about solitude and actually being so serious and intentional about solitude and self-love, I was 15 in grade 9, and obviously guys, that is when things are tricky, okay? That's when things are tense, right? Because you're actually now a full-on teenager. You're 15, you are in grade 9, like you just finished grade 8, like and stuff. So you just feel like I need to be this and I need to be that. I feel the need to conform to social standards and all of that stuff. So I remember just up until that time I had a very low self-esteem. I think so. I just think so, because as compared to now, at that time a lot of people around me, my friends and just peers, people were just wilding out and all of that. I would be the one standing there like, I just don't think this is the will of God for my life. But anyway, I remember just always just feeling like the outsider, because I would always overthink things, because I'm just like, I don't think I should be doing this. I don't think I should be going there. You know what I mean? And then that's when I remember watching a TED Talk. I watched a TED Talk on YouTube, and they were talking about solitude, self-love and all that stuff, right? And I was just like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And then I started doing my research and reading up a bit more about that and just following people on like social media who are all about it. And then I just decided this is what I'm going to do. And it was obviously very difficult because of the fact that, I mean, you eventually just become like the excluded one, because you are like being intentional about isolating yourself and like sort of protecting yourself from a lot of things. So I decided I'm going to embark on this journey of solitude in order to find myself, because I realized that there were so many like outside influences and like social standards that I felt the need to conform to, and I was also just having self-esteem issues, like I had said. And I was just like, this is not gonna work. Like, I'm not gonna like get to where I want to be, which is being fully confident and being happy with who I am. I mean, evolution requires isolation. So I was just like, I really just need to isolate myself and protect myself from all these things. And by that, and when I say solitude, I don't mean not talking to anybody, not having friends, not being social, not going anywhere. It's just always valuing your alone time to delve deeper into your own being, you know, and just trying to like understand who you are. So solitude for me was just a journey of like self-discovery and just getting to know who I am, asking myself the necessary questions like, who am I? Who, like, what do I like? What don't I like? What can I tolerate? What am I comfortable with? And all of that stuff, literally about everything, about relationships, about like my career path and all of these things. And it becomes a lot at times, and it's so important for you to ask yourself those questions, because that's the only way you're going to find yourself in this crazy world. And for me, solitude is also very important in the sense that it allows you to come up with your own narrative of who you are. You define yourself through solitude because you understand who you are, and once you understand who you are, you become aware of the things you allow into your space. Yes, you really do. You actually do. That just came to me. So when you take that time to just like step back from everything and just be, really to just be, solitude allows you to just be, you know, because you are not expected to be anything when you take that time to block everything out and live in your own little bubble for the time you choose to spend alone. Because I mean, when you're at school, you're expected to be a student. When you are in the workplace, you're expected to be what your position is in the workplace. I also just think solitude allows you to be, and that also helps you explore who you can be, you know. Because when I embarked on the solitude journey, I was also going through a phase at school, in my high school career, where I was just getting a lot of judgment from the people around me, and I just realized in order for that to not affect me negatively, I need to understand who I am, what I carry, and just my whole entire being. Also just allows you to realize that what other people say about you shouldn't really matter, you know, because you're so aware of who you are. You're aware of who you are. What they say about you shouldn't matter. It could have been so easy for me at that age, like 15, to just fall into a lot of things that weren't good for me, you know, that were not okay for me, that would just stunt my growth in my journey of like just evolving and all of that. Those, as much as it's good to, like, you know, get into situations where you can learn from, it's also very important for you to just protect yourself from just getting into like nonsense, you know. And with my journey with solitude, I just realized a lot of things, and I made a lot of decisions that I still stick by till this day. People, like, when you're a teenager, it's like you don't want to be alone because you'll be a loner, but it's like you don't realize how much happiness comes from being alone, because you get to just, it's just like exciting, like discovering a lot of things about yourself. I mean, you can't get to a point where you're just like, I know myself. If you're saying that, I think that's a little wild. Hey, like, sis, you're reaching. Like, what do you mean, like, you know yourself? I just feel like every single day you learn something about yourself if you're paying attention. But obviously if you're not, they just pass you by, you know. So I just think, just like every single day, I literally feel like I am constantly finding myself, learning a lot of things and unlearning a lot of things, and just it's such a rewarding experience. And I'm always just so grateful. I'm always in a state of just being like, oh my word, I'm so grateful that I'm learning, you know. So yeah. And another thing, I think this is another thing that's very, like, oh my word, it's so scary about solitude, is that you have no other choice but to come face to face with your own traumas, like things that cause you pain, things that hurt you. That is kind of difficult for a lot of people to just, like, I mean, maybe in the past a lot of things have happened, but you didn't really pay attention. Now when you take the time to be alone and just think, you realize, like, how these things have shaped you, you know what I mean? And it's very important that you know that and you're aware of that. And it's either like what you do with what you know is really up to you. What you do with what you know about your traumas is really up to you. It's either you're gonna deal and heal and just like work to be a better version of yourself, or you're just gonna like chill on that and continue to like exert your toxic traits on the people around you, which is not healthy for you or the people around you. Solitude, yeah, it can be so challenging, also in the sense that with me, I'm like an overthinker, like I had mentioned earlier. I overthink everything I've come to accept. It's a good thing and a bad thing. No, it's not a good thing, it's a bad thing. But it's so tricky, because sometimes I'm just like, like, relax, you know what I mean? And then it's just like, it is what it is, sis. It is. So like being alone can be difficult, because silencing your mind as an overthinker is just an extreme sport. Kore, it takes everything out of you to just be like, hey, shut up, you know? So solitude helps enhance like my creativity, and I'm just so like, I just realized so many different things about myself, like what I'm able to do, what I'm able to step into. Like, we also need to remember that our potential and like is like infinite, you know. We always try to limit ourselves by thinking that this is what we're supposed to do, but taking time by yourself will just literally make you realize that you're capable of so much more. And it's only because of like your mind. Like, you just need to like condition your mind to like do that. And then I think that's pretty much it. Like, when it comes to solitude is important, guys. take time to be alone. Okay? Yes. And then when it comes to self-love, honey, is absolutely everything. I feel like self-love is just the foundation. That's the only way you can just be the best version of yourself, is if you love who you are. And I strongly believe that like solitude cultivates self-love, in the sense that like for you to be okay with who you are through solitude, that will help you like love yourself. I had to really just accept my flaws, because if you even think about it, who says they're flaws? You're like, who came up with that? Like, you know, but whatever. Confront the things that I didn't like and start to love them. It's so insane. Like it's crazy for me. I'm just like, whoa. I had to like confront things I don't like about myself and completely do like a whole 360 and actually love, no, 180. Because apparently if you say, okay, side note, when you say 360, you come back to where you are. So if you say a whole 180, you're like, whatever. So I had to confront the things that I don't like about myself and completely start to love them. And that's crazy, but I mean, self-love sets the basis for everything. Self-love sets the base for foundation for what you can and can't tolerate, and your standards. And for me, I know it was important for me to love myself, because that was the only way I'd be able to love other people. You know what I mean? Because I know like you can say you love other people, but if you don't really love yourself, there's no way you can like put that out there. Like what you can, because I feel like in all honesty, all the things that we give to others so freely is what we want so badly. If you really think about it, like we give love so freely because we want to be loved. We give support so freely because we want support, right? You need to be everything to and for yourself before you can be anything for somebody else. And the only way that can happen is if you love yourself. Loving yourself doesn't make you arrogant, doesn't make you like, I don't know, like a narcissist, right? I just really think it's very important for you to be self-absorbed. So the word self-absorbed has very negative connotations. However, how else are you going to love yourself if you're not all about yourself? I mean, for me, I love myself to the extent that I really reject a lot of things and energies and people who want to come into my life and they're not holding themselves to a certain standard. I just think it's also very important for you to allow people into your space who also hold themselves to that degree, in the sense that they love themselves wholeheartedly. For me, it comes back to just being everything to myself. Till this day, I have actually never had a boyfriend. Fun fact about Kea, I've never had a boyfriend, because I mean, I have to completely love myself. I had to completely love myself first before I can even think of loving somebody else like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, and I also think that's another thing where a lot of people just go wrong. We're just looking for love in other places. Love yourself first. Like, love yourself first wholeheartedly, and then you will be able to accept love. You'll be able to give love. You'll be able to just be love. Okay? So, I'm aware I'm so dramatic. Because if you love yourself, you make decisions that show that you love yourself. You will not fall into nonsense. Because, I mean, if you love yourself, you're not going to let yourself just do weird things that you wouldn't do. Like, no. You know what I mean? You'll always be like, and when you love yourself, for me, guys, oh my word, if I mess up and I do something like that I wouldn't normally do, it's so difficult for me to like forgive myself, because I hold myself accountable for like my actions, my own actions. I will never blame anybody around me, because it's like at the end of the day, at that moment, you are forgetting about who you are. You are forgetting about like how much you've invested in yourself, how much love and all of these things you've done to make sure you're the person you are. So you need to love yourself, hold yourself accountable, and then you're set. You are set. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me if you'd like to see more videos like this where I talk about like everyday things. Maybe I have some like special guests. you never know. And yeah, let me know if you guys really enjoyed this video. I will be doing a Q&A very soon, so if there are any questions that you would really like to ask me, don't be shy to leave them in the comment section and I'll check them out. And also let me know if you want to remain anonymous while I do the Q&A. Okay guys, we've come to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much guys for the support, and I really hope that you guys are enjoying my face and my voice and just me. Okay guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.